So today is the day you decided to finally spend some of that hard-earned moolah on Summoner's War. Like an idiot. Because you're like me. We're both idiots. We're going to be idiots together. But no, for real though, you decided to finally spend some money on Summoner's War, but you're met with your first massive hurdle. The massive amount of packs that Summoner's War is trying to sell you at any given point. Right? And you're like, well, what packs do I buy? Because I want to get the most bang for my buck, because I'm not a millionaire, right? I have like $30 that I could spend, or I have 40 or 50 or 10 or $5 that I can spend on the game. What can I buy that's going to actually give me something that I know that I'm not just wasting my money on? That's what we're going to be talking about in this video. So I wanted to start off this video by kind of telling you what kind of player I am. So when I tell you later on in the video what kind of packs I'm buying or what I'm looking out for, it'll kind of, you'll be like, okay, that makes sense, because this is the type of player you are. Because there are different types of players in the game. There are players like me who just farm and farm and farm all day. I mean, I'm literally doing some riff raid. There are players who only play to summon monsters. You go onto the summon hinge and just summon, and you get that good old gambling feeling. I love me some good old gambling addiction, right? And then you get some players who are like very, very like hyper focused on certain things, like maybe the arena, or maybe like they're perfectionists when it comes to their runes. They're like, oh no, my rune needs to have the max grinds, the max this, the max that, and everyone's buying their own types of packs, right? They're looking out for different things. All of our eyes are on different things, right? Some of us like big butts, some of us like small butts, right? It's kind of like that. But for me, I'm a type of player who kind of gets on, I throw my team into a dungeon, and I let it sit there and farm for hours as I go off and do something else. So, as you can imagine, I'm a person who really values crystals and energy and just generally stuff like that over things like scrolls. As nice as scrolls are, I don't really care about scrolls too much. I don't mind me a good summon sesh, but I value crystals far more. So, there's your idea of the type of player I am. But without any further ado, I actually did make a list of things that I wanted to talk about to give you guys a better understanding of what to do and what to look out for when you finally decide to buy packs on your own, if you are going to be spending money, because it'll also, again, help you understand where I'm coming from, right? So the first thing that I wanted to talk about in this video before I recommend you packs, because I will recommend you packs nearing the end of the video, the first thing I wanted to talk about is what determines a pack's value. And I put 4 points here: accessibility, impact, quantity, and cost. How much are you spending on a pack? How much of an impact does the items you're getting from that pack give you? How much are you actually getting from that pack? And how accessible are the items that you're getting from that pack? So you'll think of, like, I don't know, let's just say we'll go to the update pack, or actually monthly bonus pack. This is a very terrible pack right here. I'm just gonna say any of these packs are awful. Never ever buy these ever. But we're gonna use these as example. That $9.99 one. How accessible are the items that you're getting in here? Well, crystals are gonna be the most rare items in that pack, right? 250 crystals is nothing, right? But crystals for a player like me are really good, because I burn through a lot of them. You want to get as many crystals as possible by spending the least amount of money. Scrolls, mystical scrolls to be exact. How accessible are mystical scrolls? They're pretty accessible. You can get them about anywhere. What about mana? Mana you will literally get doing literally anything in the game, existing in the game. Literally, I could sit here, like, look at this. I sit here, and mana will literally just appear out of fucking nowhere. Like, it is growing literally right in front of me. I don't have to do anything. It's very, very accessible. And even if I just sit here and I do a bunch of runs, 20,000 mana for one blue grind. I'm getting tons of mana. And as you can see here, mystical scroll. I get a lot of mystical scrolls. You also saw that there were things like rainbow mon. So it's like all these things are fairly accessible. Why would I spend $10, especially like on that? on this BS one mystical scroll for $10, as well as 10,000 mana, 250 crystals. BS. If you're buying this, you must have bought every other pack in the game. Literally, every other pack in the game. Because you have nothing else to buy, and you're a millionaire, and I got bills to pay, so please help a boy out. Please. Anyways, obviously, if you're not a millionaire, ignore that message, or don't. Anyways, what about the impact of the item? How much impact does a single mystical scroll have on you? How much impact does 100 mystical scrolls have on you? It has very little. I mean, you can summon a lot of good 5-stars. Best case scenario, 100 mystical scrolls, you get 2 or 3 5-stars. Let's assume you get some of the best 5-stars. You get a Vanessa, a Basamith, a Savannah. I don't fucking know. But you get one of these 5-stars. How much impact does it have on you right now? If you're a player who's late into the game, maybe it does have a bit of an impact, because maybe you don't have any of these units. And it can help you a bit. But if you're a mid-level player or you're a new player, this has no impact on you. Maybe this is Savannah. But it's like, what are the chances you're going to get them? I mean, like, I sit here and I look in my monster box. I have a lot of 5-stars sitting here. Like, how much impact does a water pudding princess have on me right now? What about Jade? What about Okeanos? How much will he have of an impact is he going to have on my account? Not too much. And again, that's assuming that out of 100 mystical scrolls, I'm summoning 3 5-stars. I could get 1 5-star. I can get a dupe. I'm just saying, these scrolls don't have as big of an impact, and it's more of like a gambling chance, right? Because you might not get any 5-stars. You might get nothing but 3 stars, maybe 1 or 2 4-stars. The chances that you're going to get anything meaningful out of these packs, especially the scroll packs, is just very, very low, right? What was the other ones? Quantity. Of course, 1 mystical scroll is garbage. I don't need to tell you how terrible that quantity is. And the cost. The cost, compared to what I'm getting, also not worth it. $10 for 1 mystical scroll, it's stupid. No, absolutely not. The cost is awful. So with all that being said, I think we can finally get into the next part of this video. Item value ranking is what at least I wrote down. Where do we value certain items? Because again, there are different types of players. While I may value, I don't know, a Reap Stone very, very highly, like I might think of a Reap Stone very highly, a different player might value a mystical scroll highly, because that's their form of playing. If you're someone who gets onto the game just to summon, you do you, baby. But it's just like, it's not me. I don't care about a mystical scroll. As you probably were paying attention earlier, I have tons of mystical scrolls here. I have 132 mystical scrolls. I don't have that urge anymore like I used to when I first played the game. I understand that, to me, a mystical scroll doesn't really offer all that much. What are the chances you're going to get anything that changes the way you play the game, right? That is something I'll get lost into if I keep bringing that up. But where do I value certain items? So, of course, I made a ranking list of where I personally rank certain items, what I consider to be valuable. And again, all of these items will follow kind of those 4 points that I mentioned earlier. How accessible are they? How much of an impact do these items have? How much of that item am I getting? And how much am I paying to get that item? So let's talk about rank 1. Rank 1 being the most valuable of all the ranks. Any of the items in this rank are super valuable to me. The first one being Devilmons. The reason I put Devilmons here is because, other than, I don't know, dupes or events where you could literally place a 5-star there, they don't really have any other means of skill ups. It's not the same as a 3-star or a 4-star that you could probably fuse, or you could probably summon from an unknown scroll, or from the many, many mystical scrolls you're going to be saving up. The chances of you getting a dupe 5-star of like, of a Fairy King is very, very low, right? Unless, again, you just have tons of scrolls sitting by. But even then, out of 1,000 scrolls, how many Fairy Kings are you going to get out of 1,000 scrolls? You may not get any. So it's just like, Devilmons are very, very valuable. And at the same time, while they are accessible, they're not as accessible as a lot of these other items like scrolls. Again, when you're looking at these packs, how important are the items there, right? Because, like, look at this update pack, right? Of course, they're going to parade around the most rare item. They're going to be like, hey, look at this pack. Buy this pack because this pack has blankety blank. So, for example, this $9.99 pack has a legendary scroll. Wow. Whatever. Oh my God, Devilmon pack. So you can get for $49.99, aka $50, I can get 4 Devilmon. That's the big selling point of this pack, right? So it's just like, other than getting them from these packs, it's like they're very limited, right? You can get them from the World Guild Boss Battle, whatever, as an occasional win, right? Or you can get them from TOA. You can get them from some of the shops like the Glory Shop, World Arena, I think. No, I don't believe so. I don't even think from League. Guild Shop, nope. Very, very rare units, monsters, whatever. Ancient Coin, nope. Very, very limited. Here you go. You can get it from the Ancient Crystal Shop. You want to know how you get Ancient Crystals? From dupes. I believe it's from dupes, right? Anyways, very limited. I mean, there are still quite a few coming in, but you need so many. You'll notice that a lot of people are going to be like, hey, I'm going to be stingy. I mean, you look at a lot of my past Spotlight videos, there are so many 5-stars that I just will not skill up because first of all, I don't want to skill up useless monsters or monsters that I don't deem to be useful enough. And it's just like, I stockpile my Devilmons, and I still only got 5, right? It's just like, I don't have too many Devilmons under my belt. So, me personally, I think it's just, they're not so easy to come by as a lot of these other items on the list. And they have such a big impact because getting your skills faster is much more important to me than, I don't know, having a Savannah, right? Or hoping to get a Savannah. But whatever, I hope you get my point. Skill ups are important, especially amongst 5-stars. It really does change the quality or their performance, right? But reapps is the next item. So reappraisal stones, again, while fairly accessible, they're still fairly limited. You can get 3 a week from the crafting building. Other than that, I mean, you can't get them from here. I believe you can get them from one of these areas. From the League store? I thought you could from one of these. Whatever. From Guild? No? Where was it that you could get it? I thought you could. Oh, you know what? It's Ancient Coin and Ancient Crystal. So, those 2 shops. So you can get them from there. But 100 for one reappraisal stone is crazy, dude. Ancient Coins are rare to come by because you only get them from events. You can get reapps from events as well, I suppose. But again, it's just, they're fairly rare compared to other items in the game. You can get them through other random means. But with how often you're using them and how fast you're burning through them when you do use them, you can sit there and use like 10, 20 reapps on a single rune depending on what it is that you're looking for. And it's just like, the fact that you can only get 3 a week, it's so crazy. So yeah, when I buy packs, I look for what's going to give me some reapps along the way. But then last item on the rank 1 list is crystals. Of course, I already told you what type of player I am. I play a lot, and I burn through crystals. Earlier in the week, I had like 2,000 crystals, and I've been farming so much that I'm down to 459 crystals. But packs that offer crystals is what I'm looking for. So if I go here into this update pack for $10, do I think 300 crystals is worth it? Because that's the only thing that I'm looking at here. That and the energy. I don't care about 10 mystical scrolls. I don't care about a legendary scroll. All I care about are the crystals. Do I think $9.99 is worth 300 crystals? So it's like, I'll look at these and I'll be like, okay, does it have crystals? Does it have what I want? And I might be like, yes, or I might be like, no. But packs like the Black Friday pack are not useful to me. I think this is a complete waste of money. Because there is no crystals here. They should have offered crystals. Like, bro, if you have to, take away the mana or just add crystals right here. You have the space for it. But $30 for 2 legendary scrolls, 30 mysticals, 2 LDs, 300 energy, 300,000 mana. This is literally a complete waste. Again, unless you really like the summon, but even then, they don't even give you enough mana to summon everything. Because it's 10,000 mana per scroll, ain't it? Whatever. It's packs like that are just useless to me. So, crystals, they're important. They're used for every form of energy refreshment, whether you're someone who's climbing the arena, someone who's just farming a lot like me, you're someone who is doing a lot of 2A runs, dimensional hole runs or whatever. you need crystals, right? Because eventually you're going to run out of crystals, or not crystals, but energy from your gift box or from the events. You're just not going to have any other source of energy other than buying it from here, right? For 90 crystals, you can get 300 energy, right? So crystals are rank 1, very important. You want to play the game, you need crystals. But rank 2, I, I call these mid value, but I'm not saying that they're mid. I just think that they're slightly less valuable than the rank 1s, but they're still valuable. I said LD pieces or scrolls, legendary pieces or scrolls. I said transcendent scrolls, and immemorial gems or grindstones. Now, 2 of those things on there, I'm sure some of you are like, what? Those were probably the transcendence and immemorial grinds. Let me explain myself. Transcendent scrolls, if you want to argue that they should be in rank 1, I won't deny that. Because transcendent scrolls are essentially guaranteed nat 5s. Yeah, cool. But I don't think, in my opinion, that a monster makes an account. It is the runes and the grindstones and the gemstones and the artifacts that make an account. Dude, I've gone into arena and I've seen so many defenses that look so scary, and I go in there and it's just like I wipe it in like 10 seconds. Right? It may not look like it in the videos that we do, especially with spotlights, but that's because I'm having to make specific teams for those units, so it kind of works. But it's just like some of these teams I'll be wiping out in arena, dude. And they have all these crazy monsters. They have the striker, or they have a dragon knight, or they have a Vanessa, or a chimera, or something like that. And it's just like, oh my god, if this chimera is built properly, this is I'm gonna have a hard time. And then it's not, and it gets nuked out of existence like super duper easy. I'm just like, what? That, and you don't see any units outspeeding or whatever. It's just like they're not built properly. So I don't really care what type of nat 5 I get. If it's not built properly, if I don't have what I need to use it, then whatever. And even then, if you do decide to buy a Transcendent Scroll, you can't guarantee what nat 5 you're going to get. You could get a dupe. Or you can just get some useless nat 5, because there are some useless nat 5s. The Fire Twin Angels being one of them, kind of. But, so that's why they're mid-value to me. I think they're still valuable. I will totally get one if offered, but I'm not going to go out of my way to spend $100 or $49.99 for it, because again, there are 4 points that we're looking for: accessibility, impact, and all that, and cost is one of them. How much are you spending for a Transcendent Scroll, right? Even if we could find one, we can't, because they very rarely sell those packs. This one have one? A Transcendent Scroll. I can get one Transcendent Scroll, 15 legendary runes, 10 re-ups, 1,000 crystals, and then I get 150 every day plus 2,250 for $100. For $100. I do not care about no nat 5. I mean, I kind of do. I would like a new nat 5, but it's not enough for me to spend $100. Splendid Blessing of Summoning is pretty nice. That will help a lot. Legendary runes, don't give a F about it. I can farm runes. 10 re-up stones is nice. 1,000 crystals, and then 2,250 over the course of 15 days is pretty nice. But no, I'm not buying that. So, yeah, no. I just don't think Transcendent Scrolls are all that important. I think your runes and all that are far more important than a Transcendent Scroll. And for immemorial grindstones and gemstones, while they are useful, one, the packs that they come in tend to be awful. Like, where was it? I saw one earlier. Is it this one? No. I think it was this one. I think I saw this one, but that one is garbage, so it can't be that one. Unless it was that one. Whatever. But you look at, like, these. Never go into the suggested tab and buy crap, but it's like this. It's like, one, while immemorial gems or grinds are universal, which means you could use them on any of your runes or gemstones or whatever, or any of your runes, is what I'm trying to say. I'm just gonna farm, dude. I farm all day. Grindstones and gemstones are accessible. Look at 3,021. If I go to manage, it's like, look at how many grindstones and gems I have. Boom, 10 here. 18 here. It's just like, I'm farming, dude. I don't need it. And if I'm like, oh, I don't have this gem or grind, I'm going to go and farm. I'm just going to go and farm specifically for that one. I'm going to go into the light beast or the dark beast, or I'm going to go into Rift Ray level 5. Or as I'm farming those, I'm going to get horns. I'm going to get horns and I can freaking craft the grindstone that I need, right? I just don't think that I'm going to go out and seek out a pack that's like $49.99 for 15 gems and grinds that I can't guarantee are going to give me the thing that I need. And even if I could, is it really worth 14, 15, 19, 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks? I don't think so. And as for the legendary pieces and the LD pieces, I said while they both offer higher chances to get valuable monsters, they're not all that much higher of a chance. I mean, it's like you offer a man either a single chicken nugget or a couple breadcrumbs, and he's gonna slap both out of your hand, right? It's just like he's gonna be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Because none of this is gonna able to satiate my hunger. I mean, like, let's look at some of the rates of some of these things. Like 10-year ancient transcendence is gonna be cool. But it's just like mystical scrolls. A default 5-star monster comes to you at less than a 1% chance. 4 stars are 8% chance. You have a 91.5% chance to get a 3-star. Legendary engraved summons, which I don't really care about those. Whereas the LDs, oh my gosh, holy crap. A default 5-star comes at a 0.35% chance. A default 4-star LD comes at a 6% chance, and a default 3-star comes at a 93.65% chance. Garbage. Legendary scrolls, legendary summoning pieces, 6.5% chance for a 5-star, 93.5%. So even if you do manage to buy a legendary scroll, you have a 6.5% chance to actually get a 5-star. And that's not even considering if you're even getting a 5-star that is new to you, that isn't a dupe. So it's just, any types of scrolls just aren't valuable to me. So that's, again, going back to this pack. This pack is useless to me. I don't need it. It's all scrolls. No crystals, no energy, no nothing. This pack is useless. But let's go on to the next list, or ranking. So in the final ranking, aka rank number 3, I consider these to have low value. I don't think that any of these are really worth buying a pack over, unless this pack has insanely low cost and it gives you a lot of these in quantity. I have seen some packs that are like, oh, for $9.99 you can get 50 mystical scrolls or something like that, and that comes every once in a while, like once every blue moon. But it's just like packs like those, fine. But listing off the items: mystical scrolls, runes, gems and grinds, energy, mana, right? So mana being one of the bigger ones. Oh my gosh, dude. It's like, you look at some of these packs, it's like, look at this update pack. 200,000 mana, really? I guarantee you. Let's try this. Let's go. 11 runs so far. 120,000 mana out of 10 runs, dude. Spending 10 bucks for what you could get in, what, 20 runs? Dude, just play the freaking game. Energy. Crystals will buy you new energy. You can get energy from events. You can get energy from the energy extractor. Energy is fairly accessible. Of course, it becomes more valuable the more you play the game, but again, that's why you have crystals. Gems and grinds, especially ordinary gems and grinds. Dude, just, again, play the freaking game. Just farm. The same thing goes with runes. Again, and half the time it's like, dude, look at these rune packs. Can I find a rune pack real quick? Look at this. 15. So these are going to be already upgraded. 6-star legendary runes 5 times or more guaranteed. So I can get 5 6-star or 5 legendary runes fully upgraded and everything from a blessed rune box. The blessed rune box at least offers you to pick out of the few in there, and then 18 hero runes. Again, for 30 bucks. Just farm the freaking game. Just farm. Farm, dude. I'm sorry. And then last but not least, mystical scrolls. We were kind of talking about this earlier. Again, dude, even with 130 mystical scrolls, I could sit here and I might get a 5-star. Will I? Not guaranteed, but I might. It's just all of these things are easily accessible. The impact that they have is fairly low, especially considering how often you can get them. I mean, it's just the time it takes you to buy that pack, you can farm 1 or 2 runes, right? Considering your times are fast enough. But it's just like these items are I consider low ranking, low valuable. I'm not saying that they don't have any value, but for your actual real life dollars, just farm the freaking game, dude. But let's actually move on to some of the packs I would recommend, right? Because I'm not going to sit here and tell you what to look out for and not suggest a couple packs. So let's get into that. So the first pack that I'm going to recommend to you is actually going to more or less be a set of packs. I mean, you can buy each and every single one of these daily packs individually, but you can buy them as a set, as you can see over here. As you'll see in front of you, I did buy them, which they have so much value to them. In fact, I wrote down how much you're going to get out of it. So if you decide to buy all of them for $39.99 a month, you can get 1,000 crystals instantly. So as you buy them. And then every single day for 30 days, you will get 180 crystals every single day, which over the course of 30 days is 5,400 crystals. Hopefully I'm doing that math right, but I am. 5,400 crystals. On top of that, you get 10 extra energy storage. So you get more area to store your energy, which means that timer that's restoring your energy, it never really hits max. I've never had it hit max before, unless I've just been neglecting the game. You also do get 1 additional glory point whenever you win a battle in the arena, which can be pretty helpful, and to a degree. You get 5 legendary, or not legendary, 5 light dark pieces a day, and that's 150 pieces, aka 3 LDs, because you got to think 30 days. So that's 3 light dark summons. On top of that, you do get 50% additional XP per monster after every single run, which means you can level up monsters faster. But even if that's not enticing, because I know for most people it isn't, you can get 50% additional mana as you're playing the game. So you're getting more mana in. So I think that's totally worth it. I mean, just alone for the crystals, for $40, you're getting 6,400 crystals. 6,400 crystals. Like, that's a lot. That is a lot. And it's like half the time you're not going to use it, dude. Half the time you're going to log in for the day. You're going to collect your daily crystals. You're going to do your basic farming. You're going to run out of energy. You're going to go to the events, collect your energy from there, use that, and then you'll log off. Other days you will use it. But 6,400 a month is great. It's a great deal. I'll put it up on the screen, all the list of what you're getting from this, but I highly recommend the daily packs. It is my #1 pack that I get every single time. Totally worth it. But let's move on to the next one. So of course the next pack that I'm going to recommend is the Checkin Pass. Of course, this is going to require you to actually log on at the very least. As long as you log on, you don't even have to play. You'll get 2 times the check-in rewards. So I've actually written all that down here too. So in terms of all that you're getting for $9.99 a month, $10, you're getting 600 energy, 900,000 mana, 28 mystical scrolls, 400 crystals, 6 blue runes, 4 purple runes, 2 legendary runes, 2 5-star rainbow mons, 2 re-app stones, 2 double mons, 2 light dark scrolls, and 6 legendary pieces a day after day 24. So starting from day 25, you'll get 6 legendary pieces a day. You're getting so much from this. For $10, you're getting a lot. You're getting more crystals from any other pack. Again, remember, I said 400 crystals here. Let's look at one of the update packs, because the update pack should supposedly be much better. 100 less crystals here. Can we find another pack that has $10 on it? Possibly? Nope. For $10 here, you get 250, so that's less. Account limited pack? Nope. What about special packs? Come on, $10. $10. Anything. $10. Nothing. What about, okay, $4.99 here, 100 crystals. $9.99, 225 crystals. You're getting the most crystals from this. Plus, you're getting a ton of energy, tons of re-apps, 2 devil mons. 2 Devilmons, dude. Tons of legendary scrolls, tons of LDP scrolls, all that stuff. So it is literally a pass that fits everyone's needs because you're getting all your scrolls, you're getting runes, you're getting everything. I consider this to be worth it. Plus legendary pieces. But let's move on to the final pack. So of course this third and final pack that I'm going to recommend is something that I like to get whenever I do finally decide to focus on Trial of Ascension. Essentially, this is going to double all of the rewards you get from here. So of course I wrote down all of the rewards for like normal. So for $19.99 you can buy the Trial of Ascension normal pass, which will essentially give you 200 bonus crystals, plus it doubles all of the things that you get from Trial of Ascension. So for the TOA packs, let's see. Yeah, I had to. You can see I ain't farm shit. I believe you get 1,000 crystals, considering the bonus crystals plus the ones that you've already obtained. 2 4-star Rainbow Mons and 2 5-star Rainbow Mons, 2 Devil Mons, 2 Light Dark Scrolls, 2 Legendary Scrolls, and 160 engraved summoning pieces. Which, those are pretty good. I like the Devil Mons, plus crystals, plus the engraved summons, because the engraved summons you can, I think I've talked about it before, but you can see what type of monsters you're going to be summoning for. And if you buy the hard pass or whatever, just switch out the legendaries for the all attributes. So you can get double the all attribute scrolls here, which is really nice. So that's cool. Plus, again, if you buy both at the same time, you can buy it for less. So instead of spending like what, 50 bucks? Because 30, 20, yeah, 50 bucks, you can buy it for 40 bucks. So you save $10. So again, this is going to only be for people who actually take the time to complete it, which I need to complete it tonight. But if you do happen to complete it, it is totally worth it. But those are just my recommendations. I don't really spend money on any of the other packs just because I don't find it to be worth it. You guys might find it to be worth it, but I don't think $10 for this pack is worth it, nor is it worth it for any of these other ones. I mean, even for 40 bucks, heck no. The Devilmon is the most worthful thing there, that and the crystals. But no, absolutely not. But you guys tell me what you think. What do you spend your money on if you do spend money on the game? If you don't spend money on the game, you can make fun of me now. But I thought this would be helpful for people who are like, hey, I want to buy some things in Summoner's War, but I don't know what to buy. There you go. Those are my recommendations. Those are my recommendations on what you should look out for. Just bits of information. I hope you guys understood through all the stuttering and mumbling and rambling. But I hope you guys liked the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.